Washington, D.C., as lawmakers continue to go back and forth on the government being shut down. SNAP benefits ran out this weekend, November 1st. We saw folks line up at the farmers market here in the Charlotte area to get some sort of relief. And we're hearing from organizations, folks in our community that are helping to ease that burden. And one of those groups, Billy Graham Evangelistic Association and Samaritan's Purse, are doing just that, stepping up to help folks in need. And here on the program, we have Edward Graham, Chief Operating Officer with Samaritan's Purse, talking about those efforts. Edward, first, thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks for having us on. We appreciate it.
Can you talk about what you guys are doing? You guys are really stepping in to help folks when it comes to feeding folks, making sure folks get those necessary meals.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you bringing this up. You know, Samaritan's Purse responds all over the world, along with the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association, but often during crisis here, whether it be nature, but also man-made crisis. And so just last week, my father was having a conversation, my father being Franklin Graham, and just talking about the government shutdown and the burden it's put on some of these, what they would call non-essential government workers, not receiving their paychecks. And it's been a while now. And so my dad's said, well, hey, we have the ability to feed some people. We don't usually feed domestically. There's organizations and churches and nonprofits that help feed here in the U.S., but there's a lot of restrictions and challenges that come with that. But we do have some offices between the Billy Graham Association there in Charlotte with the library, whether it's our hangar where we keep our aircraft down in Greensboro, or large-scale cargo planes, the Billy Graham Training Center at the Cove in Asheville, and then Samaritan's Purse headquarters between here and Boone, North Carolina, and North Wilkesboro. Dad wanted to open up the kitchens for ID card holders, those government workers that haven't been fed. The dad said, we'll feed them. And we'll feed them where we normally feed our staff, or we take some of our cook trailers during a disaster and feed our volunteers. We're using that equipment to feed some of these government workers that haven't been paid in a while. And there's just something my dad came up with last Friday morning and put the team to it.
What are some of the personal stories you've heard from folks who either are federal workers or folks, maybe their SNAP benefits have run out? What are some of those personal stories, or have you heard those personal stories from folks in the community?
Yeah. Now, as far as us feeding, this will be the first day that we've opened up, so I'm sure we'll get a lot more testimonies. Now, as I was in the military for years, and I've been through other government shutdowns, and of course the military would be paid always, but we always had team members and workers that worked with us, civilian government employees that often would have to be furloughed or told to go home, and those were always a huge burden. So now as we see it, I've talked to one couple, because we're doing disaster relief in Western North Carolina still from Hurricane Helene, where we're building homes for the uninsured and non-insured. And I have met some people, and they're worried. They're concerned on how much longer you can keep going. When you're on a fixed income and every dollar counts, and you're feeding for a family, this is something that is very concerning. It's very real. It's my hope and prayer that Congress does their job. The Congress, I know if I didn't do my job, I wouldn't get paid. And I know there's this argument maybe Congress shouldn't get paid. They're considered essential. That may motivate them to go do their job. But it's my prayer that Congress this week will quickly come to an agreement and get this passed. So people, especially for the SNAP benefits, you think for the community, my heart grieves for them. I know they're hurting and they're scared.
And this is every day until the duration of the shutdown. Obviously, right now we don't know when the shutdown will end. Is there any concern regarding the organization to be able to do this if this shutdown goes much longer?
Yeah. Now again, we're just doing the government workers. I have no idea. That's for my dad. I do what he tells me to do. My dad's always pointed at me as, growing up, hey, you go do this. And so he told us to get this going. We know it could keep going on for a while, but Dad is committed to this and to let this community know they're loved, they're not forgotten, and that if you want a meal, come to one of our locations. Right now we're open between 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. is when we'll be serving meals at the various ministry locations. You can go to our websites and find information. Dad has posted stuff on his own social media about it, but I appreciate you highlighting and bringing it up. We'll stay committed just like we do in a storm. You know, I haven't left Western North Carolina. This is home. We're still serving here after Helene. We don't leave after disasters, and right now we're in a man-made one.
Edward Graham, Chief Operating Officer with Samaritan's Purse. Thank you for your time. And I do want to pull up, James, you had it up earlier, the list of locations, lunch locations is very important. Again, as Edward just mentioned, 11:30 to 2:30, the Billy Graham Library, the Billy Graham Training Center at the Cove, that's in Asheville, Samaritan's Purse in Boone, Samaritan's Purse North Wilkesboro, Samaritan's Purse Greensboro. These are the list of locations right now on our website. Again, Edward, thank you for your time.
No, thanks for highlighting. We appreciate it.
And again, today is day one of serving those lunches. A lot of folks impacted, obviously, by this shutdown. All right.